as we are celebrating today on April 21st, 2016, the 90th birthday of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth of the United Kingdom and possibly the world. And for that, there's no other person to turn to other than Jonathan Sacerdoti, who lives for the sake of maintaining the monarchy intact and incredibly, distinguished as it should be. And that would be Jonathan Sacerdoti, I-24 News correspondent in London. Jonathan, good morning to you. And Ami and I would just want to sing to you just as we start off this segment. I know the words. I'm going to give it to Maya. Just look at that. Okay. Jonathan, please join us. 1, 2, 3, go. Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Beautiful, guys.
Thank you. No, that was for you. Britons never, never, never. That's from us.
Today is not about me. It's about Her Majesty the Queen, her 90th birthday. And her actual birthday is today. She, of course, celebrates 2 birthdays, one in June, which is her official birthday. So the lucky lady is perhaps actually quite a lot older than 90 if we count both of those every year. And she's already the longest-serving British monarch in history, with David Cameron commenting today that she is a rock of strength for our nation and the world, and saying rarely has anyone in public life served for so long, served so brilliantly, and served so hard. So she is somebody much appreciated by the majority of the nation, and today is a day of celebration as she reaches that landmark age of 90.
I'm 90, which, great genes, and I'm assuming it's also, it helps to have, a lot of people cater to you to reach that age. But that said, and I'm not jealous, but that said, what is planned for today when it comes to celebrations around the kingdom?
Well, royal fans gathered outside Windsor Castle even from last night. The Prince of Wales recorded a special radio broadcast for today. He reads an edited passage from William Shakespeare's Henry VIII, and the Queen will take part in a walkabout in Windsor and light a symbolic beacon. She'll be greeted there by well-wishers, and 3 new photos taken of the Queen by Annie Leibovitz have been released today, of her with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and of her walking in the grounds of Windsor Castle with her corgis, those dogs that she loves so much, and of course one with her and her only daughter, Princess Anne.
And I believe we have these pictures of the Queen with her in a minute we're going to show you these pictures that were released this morning of the Queen with her corgis and, not to be confused, also with her grandchildren. It was also, I think, in The Independent, I don't remember where I read it, but Tony Blair had something to say about the strength of the woman. She had a hard time through her career. Can we call it a career? I don't know. And we're looking back at the days of Princess Diana. And I think, would you agree with me that that showed her strength of maintaining both the dignity of the monarchy as at that time of hardship?
That's right. I mean, many royal watchers have commented that over her very long reign and her even longer life so far, she's really managed those balances very well. A monarchy is something of an anachronism, and yet she's managed to keep it going in a way that the majority of the country, as I said, truly respects. She's brought the monarchy into a modern position. It's a constitutional monarchy, so unofficially of power, but then in reality, she keeps out of political involvement. She keeps her comments on political issues very private. She's an incredibly private queen and has worked very hard over her career in service of the country. Much has been made this week in the commentary about the birthday of her respect for service. She saw this as a role in service to the nation and the Commonwealth, and she's really taken that to heart throughout her career. She's always worked very hard on royal engagements, traveling the world on behalf of the country. She is, I suppose, if you like, our Shimon Peres.
Sorry. Yes, that comparison comes to mind, Shimon Peres and Queen Elizabeth. I want us to take a look at these pictures that you've just mentioned that were released this morning by taken by Annie Leibovitz. That would be the Queen with her corgis, as important to her as her family, I think, as well, because we also have the Queen with her grandchildren. Speaking of the grandchildren, Jonathan, just quickly to you, when it comes to the monarchy, continuing, is she kind of the last of the era? Because it seems like Will and Kate, thank you. So I do know, thank you very much. That Will and Kate, I know my royals, are trying to make the monarchy slightly more fashionable, slightly more modern. Is it the end of days after she stops being queen?
Well, it will be certainly very interesting because each monarch brings their own style to that role, and she's been there for so long that really her version of it's come to be what most people alive know as the monarch. But there was an interview on the BBC again this week in the run-up to her birthday with her grandson, Prince William, about his attitudes towards that role for when he will take over. Of course, he's not next in line. There is Prince Charles, his father, before him. And Prince Charles has been somebody who has been quite political, not scared to pass comment on the causes that he feels strongly about, such as the climate and architecture and various others. So perhaps he will be more involved, more political, which could cause more conflict and tension among the nation from people feeling that he shouldn't say those things. William, in turn, has not given much away, but has said that he will try to focus, when it is his turn, who knows, 20, 30, 40 years from now, on making a more modern monarchy. And right now, he's focusing much on bringing up his young family. And also, they make quite a big deal of the fact that he has a job flying an air ambulance. In a way, this is a monarch, a future monarch, who has an actual job working every day in, again, public service, in fact, as an air ambulance pilot. Though some commentators have been saying that he doesn't work that much in that job. And in fact, some have been saying he is work shy in his service to the nation at the moment. Perhaps unfair for a young father concentrating on bringing up his two young kids.
No,
his own.
On his own,
yes.
Entirely on his own.
Completely.
Exactly, we're just saying.
Very, very much so, unassisted.
Very much unassisted on his own. Jonathan, I want you to go out there, celebrate, get trashed, get drunk, because that's what you do when a queen celebrates her birthday.
For the Queen. Long may she reign over us.
Long may she reign, long may she reign. Thank you very much. Rule Britannia, folks. We shall never, 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 never be slaves.